So, if your Instagram reach has fallen off the cliff over the last few months and you are watching your engagement quietly drop while you are working twice as hard to keep up, I need you to take a breath and stay with me for the next 10 minutes. You're not crazy, you're not behind, and the platforms have reset. And what worked even 6 months ago is quietly costing you reach, leads, and revenue right now. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what changed in 2026 and why most women are responding to the reset the wrong way, and the two-layer fix that is working for the founders inside of my world right now. So if you are a busy professional woman, a mom running a business in the margins of your real life, or a corporate dropout trying to make this thing work without burning yourself into the ground, this video was made exactly for you. So hi everyone, my name is Rocky. I am the founder of Social with Rocky. I am an Army veteran and a former community manager of Gary Vaynerchuk and the creator of the sales framework. So what I am about to share with you is the same strategy I am running with my own private clients to recover the reach and the revenue that most people lost when the algorithm shifted. So before we get into the strategy, do me a favor. If you are new here, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. I drop strategy like every single week, and I want you in the room when the next one goes live. So hit it once and then come on right back. All right. So let me tell you what actually happened. The platforms have stopped rewarding volume and they've started rewarding signals. All right. The old strategy taught to you that is if you posted more often, the algorithm would feed you more reach. That math no longer holds, and the platforms are now prioritizing three things over almost everything else: watch time on your content, conversation threads inside of your comments, and meaningful actions like saves, shares, and DMs that prove that someone is actually caring about what it is that you've said. Now, the last one is the part most coaches are still not telling you, and that is that the platform is no longer measuring whether your content was seen or not. It's measuring whether your content moved someone to do something about it, all right? So when your content has been getting watched but not acted on, the algorithm reads that as a signal that you are not worth recommending to new people, and your reach quietly collapses underneath you. Now, that is what I call the reset, okay? And most women, business owners, are not responding to the reset. They're responding to the reset the wrong way. You're posting more, you're studying hooks harder, you're buying another course on captions, and you're staying up later editing the reel because someone told you that the answer is going to be one more piece of content that's cleverer than the last one, all right? So that treadmill is exactly what is keeping you stuck. So what fixes a reach problem in 2026 is the infrastructure underneath your content, all right? Volume stacked on top of nothing will keep you running in circles forever. Your Instagram presence has two layers running at the same time, and most coaches will only ever show you one of them. I'm going to walk you through both of them. The first layer is the daily engagement routine, the activity that signals the algorithm that your content deserves to be seen by more than your auntie and your three friends from college. The second layer is the infrastructure underneath your content that turns the engagement into actual revenue. And guess what? You need both layers running together, and one without the other is exactly why your numbers feel stuck right now. Layer 1 is the 40-minute daily routine, and it is broken down into 3 blocks. Block 1 is the 10 minutes before you post. You are warming up the room before your content ever drops. Hype the post on your stories with a poll sticker tied directly to the topic. Leave personality-driven comments on 10 large creators inside of your niche. Then you're going to respond to those same accounts in their stories because a story DM builds relationships faster than a feed comment ever will. Then you're going to engage with 5 posts on the Explore page and take a minute to welcome the last few people who started following you as well. So you are giving the algorithm signals before you ever hit the publish button, okay? Block number 2 is the 20 to 30 minutes right after you post. Treat this window like a mini launch, okay? You want to share the post to your stories with an engagement sticker, like every comment on your previous post so that people get the notification, and then come back to your profile to see your fresh content sitting at the top. Then you want to leave 10 thoughtful comments in your following feed. Pin a question in one of your own comment section that ties back to the post. Respond to every commenter with a real follow-up question. You also want to make sure that you reciprocate engagement with the people who showed up on your last post, and find your ideal client commenting on the other niche accounts in the last hour, and then engage with them too, okay? So this is where most women drop the ball, is because they publish and disappear and then wonder why the post died on the vine. So block 3 now is 10 minutes scattered throughout the rest of the day. Reply to pinned comments on a big niche accounts, respond to every single DM because DMs are where the actual money lives, and also save content that inspires you into your folder so you never sit down to a blank screen on content day, and you definitely have a ton of ideas. So that is 40 minutes total broken down into 3 intentional blocks. Run it for 14 days straight before you decide whether the routine is working for you or not. Now, I already know that it is a lot of steps and you're not going to remember all of it from one YouTube video. So that is exactly why I built the entire routine into a free playbook for you, okay? You can print it, save it to your phone, check off each action as you run the routine. And this is called the 40-minute Instagram routine that builds buyers. And the link to that download is in my description below this video and in the pinned comment as well. So go grab it before we get into layer number 2, because layer 2 is where the actual revenue gets engineered. All right, so layer 2 is the part that most coaches will never teach you, and that part actually decides whether your content pays you or just makes you popular. So what I want you to do is sit with one honest question while I walk you through this section, okay? When a warm lead comments on your last post, where does she go after that? Is there a real path waiting for them, or do they scroll and forget that you exist by Tuesday afternoon? When you cannot answer that question with confidence, then you're sitting on the exact problem that I help my clients solve every single week. You need a real infrastructure, and a real infrastructure has 3 pieces. The first piece is a clear money message in your bio that pulls warm leads into your real conversation. And I'm not talking about a tagline or a brand vibe. I'm talking about the actual line of copy that turns a casual visitor into a comment, a click, or a DM. The second piece is a one-post funnel that takes that casual commenter and then walks her into a straightforward offer without you having to chase her down and send 10 DMs hoping that she replies. And the third piece is a 24-hour offer that someone can say yes to today instead of 3 weeks from now after a perfect launch you may never actually finish building. So when you stack all 3 of these pieces of the infrastructure together on top of daily engagement, the same lead who used to slip away starts to convert. And that same content you have been posting for likes starts producing real income. The whole machine starts working for you instead of you running around and running things into the ground at midnight. And you can do this while your children are asleep. So that's the shift that I want for you in 2026. All right, so there are 3 things I want you to do before you click off this video. Number 1, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. I drop fresh strategy like this every single week, and I want you in the room when the next one lands in your feed. Number 2, download the 40-minute Instagram routine that builds buyers from the link in the description and run it for 2 weeks straight before you judge the results. And then number 3, when you are ready to build the infrastructure underneath the routine, the sales framework ebook is your next step, and that link you will get as you receive the first one, okay? So it's the same system I'm running with my private clients to turn warm engagement into real revenue, and it walks you through the money message, the one-post funnel, and the 24-hour offer, and the automation stack that closes leads while you actively live your life. So watch what shifts when you stack both layers together for the next 2 weeks. So I will see you in the next one, and I'll check you next time. Bye, guys.